It's 1978. You're 12 years old, standing in the dead center of Brownsville, and your hands won't stop shaking. There's a straight-up predator pressing you. He's bigger, he's meaner, and he just ripped the head off your favorite pigeon right in front of your face, laughing while the blood drips onto your sneakers. You got exactly 3 seconds to make a call. Are you going to stay a victim and take this L, or are you going to turn into the most terrifying human being on this planet? You don't think, you don't plan. The chubby, soft-spoken kid who gets extorted and run up on every single day on the block, he just dies right there in the dirt. Something inside your skull snaps. The fear doesn't leave your body, but your rage takes the wheel. You swing. You throw hands for the very first time in your life, and you absolutely smoke him. You watch the bully hit the concrete, leaking, gasping for air. The crowd on the stoop goes wild. Just like that, you unlocked a dark cycle of hate. The scared little kid is gone. The monster is officially born. Fast forward to age 13. You're locked up in a juvenile facility, waiting to rot, when this old, legendary white man named Cus D'Amato walks into your life. He doesn't see a teenage rap sheet. He looks at your chest, looks at your eyes, and sees a straight-up warrior of antiquity. Cus takes you out of the system and locks you into a completely different reality. He introduces you to a brutal mental framework. He feeds your ego until a literal God complex starts growing inside your head. You sit in the dark listening to him talk for hours. He tells you, fear is like fire. If you don't control it, it's going to burn your whole house down. But if you tame it, you can use it to destroy your enemy. You start realizing that physical training is the easy part. The real war? It's the psychological warfare inside your own mind. To become completely untouchable in the ring, you got to build a wall of absolute mental toughness. You learn to wake up at 4 a.m., not because you love the cold, but because you know your opponent is still asleep. And that thought makes you feel like an invincible. Boom. You're 20 years old and you just flattened Trevor Berbick. You're the youngest heavyweight champion in the history of the world. You got the gold belts, you got the millions, you got the whole world bowing down to your Mike Tyson mindset. Every time you walk down that aisle, you aren't just trying to win a boxing match. You are looking to literally rip out the soul of the man standing across from you. You wear no socks, black trunks, and a towel with a hole cut out for your head. You look like an executioner because that's exactly what you've trained your mind to be. But right at the peak, the floor drops out. Cus dies. Your navigator, your father, the only man who held the keys to the monster, vanishes into the dirt. Suddenly, you're swimming in shark-infested waters all by your lonesome. You're filthy rich, but inside, you're still that lonely, chubby kid from Brownsville looking for love. So you try to buy it. You throw cash at everyone. You let the distractions take over, and that old dark side starts calling you back home. The marriage to Robin Givens turns into pure hell, a psychological tag team match designed to treat you like a walking ATM. Then comes the legal setup. A case you swear to God is total bull, but the gavel falls anyway. 3 years in a concrete box. The crown is gone. The screaming fans are gone. When you get out, you don't find peace. You find a vicious addiction to cope with the pain. You're drowning your mind in cocaine, liquor, and weed, running wild through the streets of Vegas, constantly feeling like you're on the absolute verge of dying. You look in the mirror, and you don't see the heavyweight champion anymore. You see a man who weaponized his fear so well that it turned around and started eating him alive. You realize that learning how to handle a bully on the streets was nothing compared to handling the bully screaming inside your own skull. Then, the ultimate tragedy breaks you wide open. In 2009, your 4-year-old baby girl Exodus passes away. That loss kills the monster completely. It strips away the ego, the anger, the God complex. It forces you to realize you don't want to die a tragic statistic. You want to be a father. You want to heal. Your wife Kiki steps in like a straight-up guardian angel, guiding you through the wreckage of your own life, teaching you how to compromise, how to get clean, and how to finally step out of the dark. You find your true championship far away from the bright lights of Vegas. You find it back where your journey started, in the pigeon coop at 3 a.m., feeling the cool night air, watching the birds fly. You always say your life is exactly like a roller pigeon. It's a specific bird bred to fly insanely high into the clouds, higher than all the rest, only to lose control and tumble violently backward toward the earth. But you look up at the sky, smile, and realize that you finally found your wings right before you hit the concrete. You aren't running from the fear anymore. You aren't fighting the world anymore. You're just standing on the roof, watching the birds fly, finally at peace. If you're ready to stop running from your own demons and lock into this level of mindset, drop a comment below. Stay locked in and subscribe to the channel. Peace.